What's up, guys? Today I wanted to talk about synergies and what makes synergies work and how to use your mods properly to get your synergies to work. Now, there are different kinds of synergies that work in different ways. You have a backpack synergy, which we call it backpack synergy because it's a single synergy. It's something it'll be outlaw, machinist, survivalist. And backpack means that you can carry two weapons in your slots, and like these two right here, both of those have to be set up with the same synergy to get the perk that it provides. And what I'm talking about is like this gun is machinist, and you would have to have two machinist weapons equipped to get the 5% less damage while reloading. Now, there is also a three-part synergy that works much like that. You would have to have three items equipped, all with the same synergy, to make those work. And I believe the newer synergies are those, and I know I got one of those just the other day, so we are looking for this right here. It is wet work. So to get those three perks, I would have to have three of the items equipped. For the wet work, I'd have to have two guns and a shield, so that I could get all three of those bonuses. And you see how they're grayed out. They're grayed out because they don't light up bright. Like you see the synergy wet work is bright. You won't see the other ones bright until they're active. So I would really need to have, just equipping one won't do it that I'm aware of. You're going to have to start with two. So like you see here, you see these lit up? Machinist is lit up because this is a machinist, and this telespanner is also a machinist. So that allows me to go ahead and get the synergy on the two-part one. Now, if we take one away, and we're going to go up, we'll go to this one. Now that that's equipped, well, I guess you do get the first one. Having one equipped does give you one. It doesn't work that way with the two-part. With the three-part one, you equip one, you get the first one. You equip the second one, you get the second one. You equip the third item, you get the third. And that is how these type of synergies work. Now, for mods for these, you can use any mods. I just want to show you the telespanner. You see that the machinist perk is no longer lit up because I no longer have two machinist items equipped. So that's how that works. If I don't have two, I don't get both. But when it comes to using those type of weapons, you can use any mods you want to use. You don't have to. There's no such thing as an outlaw mod or survivalist mod. We call those non-synergy mods that they don't say something like an assassin or rolling thunder. You can use those mods on these. You can use any mods you want to use that will go onto these weapons. Now, within reason, like you have to use pistol mods on pistol mods. Of course, the only strange exception is the Bloodhound that they introduced, and that particular weapon uses rocket launcher mods, which makes it a little bit on the odd side, but that's the only way to make that one work. Now, this is synergy for this, as you can see too, is Defiant Few. Now, if you go up, see, this is a Cannoneer. You have a four-part synergy, too. Now, four-part synergy, to get these to work, you have to have four mods that match the synergy. So, you have to put four Cannoneer mods on this for all four of these to light up. Now, when you're looking at the mods, you can see them like this. This says synergy is brutal. Synergy, assassin. Synergy, rolling thunder, brutal, ego precision. They'll tell you what the synergy is on the mod, and you can see what it is. Every mod tells you what it attaches to: assault rifles, SMGs, and LMGs. So that is how your synergies work. You put your synergy mods on your synergy weapons. Now, your four-part synergy weapons. If it's not a four-part synergy weapon, then you don't have to care what mod you use. You can use any mod you want. And if you don't care about the synergy, you can mix and match. I know I have some specific weapons that I just don't care about some of the items, so I don't worry about them. If you'll look even here at this saw, it's Grenadier, but you see four mods on, but only three are lit up. And that's because one of these mods is actually not a Grenadier mod. If you can tell, once you've played enough, you learn what the damages are. If you look at the damage barrel for this, this is a tier 5 damage barrel, and they don't make tier 5 Grenadier Synergy barrel. So I've put that on there to make this do even more damage. But I've cost myself the 4th part of that synergy by doing that. But I don't care about having damage on grenades. So to me, it was no big deal. It was what I wanted to do to make this gun nicer, because this gun has it's a negative 0.01 bloom, which means the gun basically does not move whatsoever when I shoot it. And that's why I set this gun up the way it is. It's beautiful for me. But that's kind of sort of how your synergies and your mods will work with your synergies. You have to make sure that you are looking at your mods and making sure that their synergies are going to match the synergy of the gun you're going to put it on, as long as those are a 4-part synergy. If it is a 2 or a 3-part synergy, remember, by a 2-part, that's when it's just a 1 or a 3-part synergy. I'm sorry. A 1-part means it only has 1 perk below it. Like Outlaw will say 1 thing. Survivalist will have 1 thing below it. That's a 1-part synergy that you just have to have 2 guns on for. If it has 3, you have to have 3 items on. So I can technically take this external recoil reduction 4 prepared and just put it on an Outlaw gun, and it won't mean anything. It'll be just fine, because it won't affect the synergy whatsoever. The only way the synergy will work is if I have 2 of those items equipped. So that is kind of what you need to do with your synergies to make them work. You're going to have to find the correct mods for the 4-part synergies. Those are the hard ones to come across, because you're mainly looking at machines or at other players for them, with the exception of anything that you buy from the legendary vendor, I should say, or vendors, the Chimera and the Paradise Territory vendors, which I do have that perforator, I mean, and it's the Paradise. You buy all the mods from right there, so that's no problem. They're all tier 5 legendary mods. So that is the one exception. It was the 2 exceptions of the 2 legendary vendors. You can buy the mods for those guns directly out of that vendor using cores. So that's just a whole nother process. But guns like this, even, it's completely blank. I just grabbed whatever mods I felt like and I put them on there. I can guarantee you all of these are not going to be blank mods that are just going to say bloom and recoil. It's not going to say recoil reduction, and it may have assassin down below it, but it didn't matter because I didn't need the assassin synergy for this, so to say. So I just used it like that. So hopefully that will help you some. So just remember, whenever there's only one thing below the synergy, you have to equip 2 weapons to get it. If there are 3 things below the synergy, you have to equip 3 weapons to get all 3. But on the 3-part one, for every single item you equip, you will get 1 part of that synergy. And the same with the mods. Every one that you put on will give you a part of that synergy until you get to the 4th one. And if you don't have the correct mods on, they won't all be lit up. You just have to remember to look at all these. Look at this right here, this cluster drop detonator. One of these mods is not Stalker, so it doesn't light all 4 of them up. And once again, it's just the way I've done this. It's the damage barrel on this one again that is not Stalker, which I was kind of okay with. I was just trying to get more damage. So hopefully this will clear up some of the synergy questions you have. Just let me know if you have any more, because to me this is all commonplace. I've done this so long, I'm used to seeing what these things are. But I understand that sometimes explaining that doesn't just work out so well. But it's really easy once you understand it or just know, and that's what I'm trying to let you know. It's just how the synergies work. That's how easy it is to figure out how to do the mods and everything. I will catch you guys later.